Hello and welcome to part 2 of our Art for Wellbeing video. We're going to be completing this skull image on canvas that we started at part 1. We've got some water, acrylic paint, a variety of brushes. Make sure you've got some thin ones to do the detail, a black marker pen, and I've just got my reference image, which I did before, which was just in a scrapbook on some cardboard paper. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do is retrace the pencil outlines that I can just about see through the tissue, just so I know where my outlines are. So it gives you a nice guide for when you're actually using your paintbrush. You won't accidentally go over the markings. Okay. So put the teeth in. Also, to do this with a brush would be quite tricky, so in some ways using a permanent marker will give you that fine detail without having to worry about messing it up too much. Concentrate on this, else I might give them too many teeth or not enough, or it might end up looking a bit strange. So I'm kind of just making sure I've got enough teeth in the right places. A few molars. 2, 3. I'm just counting how many I did on my original. So 4 there, so I'm just going to do another one there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't quite see the original markings very well on this one, but I'm just going to sort of go for it and hope for the best. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also got a bit of jaw shaped like that. So you kind of have to, just by eye, just make it sort of match. Just going to give you a guideline really. Got a bit of a chunky jaw, this one. You could always decide to make it a bit smaller, because obviously with the black paint you could go in as, you know, however you want to. Doesn't matter if you go over the tissue. So I might decide to come in a bit actually, a bit more of a, like that. So get it how you want it. Actually, just let me just draw over a little bit. I think that should be okay. So you want to leave some areas for your design. So you can do this in any order really, but I thought if once you get the black in, then you can see how much detail you want to put in. So I'm just going to block out the eye sockets. As you can see, I've painted the whole canvas black now. As it's a box canvas, I've also painted the sides along here. It's quite nice and dry. So I wanted to make sure all that was dry before I do any of the detail, because I obviously didn't want to stick my arm in it or get it up my sleeve or smudge it across any of the coloured area. So here we go. So I've got my Sharpie now, and I'm just going to put in some details around the features. I'm pretty much just going to make it up as I go along. Right, I'm just continuing with the decorations around the skull. So it's kind of like a Day of the Dead kind of skull. Not worrying too much about the design. I'm kind of just let it flow and let it evolve as it goes. But obviously, you wanted to make it slightly symmetrical, just so it looks good. I'm going to use a Sharpie. You could just use a Sharpie, or you could use black paint, however you want to do it. I tend to like using a Sharpie because you get a nice fine outline, but I might go over some areas with some paint at a later stage. I'll just see how it goes for now. So I'll just carry on doing this. And I'll probably speed it up, and obviously you can do whatever design you want. There's lots of images on the internet you could look at if you wanted to copy a similar design for Mexican Day of the Dead type mask. You could do that, or you could just make it up as you go. Okay, I'll come back when I've finished and you can see the end result. Right, I just ran out of memory cards, so I'm just having to change that. Right, I'll just continue. I'm going to use a 0 brush, a nylon hair brush, just to do some of the finer detail. think I'll leave that for now. I might come back to it later to see if it needs any more detail, but it's knowing when to stop sometimes when you're doing something like this. I'm just going to zoom in a bit so you can see a bit more detail. See, I've gone over most of the Sharpie marker with black paint. I haven't done the teeth because they're quite fine. I don't want to end up making them black, which you know, if I go over the edge too much I could end up with a bit of a disaster area, so I've decided just to leave those with black pen. I might go over them again once the paint's dry. I might just go over that with the marker just to define them a bit more, and also I'll check to see if there's any areas like here that need just going over with a bit black, where you can see the grain of the canvas, which we don't want. So thank you for watching my video, hope you enjoyed it. Have a go, see what you come up with. I'll be really pleased to see any of your images. Obviously you don't have to do a skull, you could do the same technique with any design. If you can put some comments down below, I'll be very grateful. Thank you for watching. Bye.